Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I've got a really special video here, really cool announcement to be making to all of you. I'm so happy that it's finally time for me to actually do this. And as you can probably tell from the title, Infection is back, guys. That's right. And the reason for that is because, well, you might be thinking, you know, why hasn't it existed for a long time? Why has no other server done it? Why could no one seem to set it up? And I mean, you'll probably point to the sort of Hypixel monopoly that we have now these days, but it's not really that simple, I would say. It's really just the fact that, you know, there is no infection plugin. You can't find one on the internet, and if you can, it either costs money, but you can't really access it because the guy that sells it, the original, just seems, I think he's pretty much just non-existent at this point, and the plugin is pretty buggy. I mean, Mindtimes was patched to be better, but we don't have that. No one has that. That was a private plugin. Whereas I have actually, for a while now, and I mean like ages, been non-stop writing the plugin from scratch myself. I've had some help because I'm not exactly like an uber coder. I'm not like a coding guru. I've not like coded for like ever. But, you know, I've pretty much just done it on my own. I've had a bit of help with it. And also, Minecraft plugins are quite a pain to write just because of the way that you have to sort of bend Minecraft to do what you want. There are certain things that just, sometimes you just go, what the fuck am I supposed to do? The actual coding part wasn't that hard. I mean, there are quite a few reasons for why writing Minecraft plugins is a bit of a ball ache, right? But on top of that, we've got a complete new set of maps that I actually didn't build any, really. I've tried, but I just can't build. Like, I just can't. I can do, like, interiors of houses, because all you have to do is place pretty shit inside, and it looks nice, but, you know, that's not hard to do. At least, I don't find that hard to do. Maybe you guys do, some of you, I don't know, but, like, my friends and my brother build a lot better. My brother, I think, he's a really good builder. Like, you know, he's really good. So the fact that those guys have built maps, you know, is half the reason that this server is even up, and it is up, guys. You don't have to watch this video. Just go into the description. IP is right there. As of recording this, it's not public. However, when you guys are watching this and it's actually out, you can connect easy. You know, it's already done. It's out now, so you can come on and play. That is why there's no one here, because it is, as of me making this video, not out. Now, this video is going to be split into kind of 3 sections. I'm going to be making this video kind of a really big one. By all means, you don't have to watch this to figure out what's going on, because that is what this video is going to kind of be about, to an extent. You know, ultimately, of course, that's kind of what it is, because I'm showing off the game. This is a promotional video, so you can kind of see what's going on. But you can go and figure it out for yourself if you want, or just not bother to, you know, interest yourself, like engage into all of the details. You can just go and come and play now and just see it for yourself. That is totally up to you. As I said, IP is in the description. Now, so this video is going to be an introduction. I'm just basically going to talk about what we've done, you know, how we've approached recreating Infection. Then I'm going to have a huge section of gameplay, which is sort of just like a pilot episode to my episode 1, because I'm going to start making Infection videos again, of course, which probably doesn't come as a surprise to any of you, but that is what I'm doing, of course. I don't know how many I'll do, we'll see, but I've got some ideas for other things I can do that are still Infection related, but I'll talk about that at the end of this video and things, what's going to happen on my channel. Yeah, so you're going to get to see a bunch of gameplay from our last, you know, our last playtest that we just did, like, pretty recently. And in this video there'll be loads and loads of that, so you can just see us playing, me and a bunch of people that have either been working on this or have been, you know, testing it with me and things like that. And yeah, it's got some, in the actual, like, stuff that you're going to see, there are some bugs. However, those bugs, as far as I'm aware now, I have fixed. They were unexpected. I didn't really think that they'd be there, but they were. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everything's fine now. So by the time you actually come on and play, right now, say, I'm pretty sure the game is just going to work. So yeah, I'm basically going to just show you guys firstly the ranks we've got. Now, before I get into this that quickly, I'm just going to say that, of course, we're trying to keep what was good about Infection authentically in this like remaster that we're basically doing. That is essentially what it is. You know, anything that was good about it, we're not changing it. We're not trying to mess with the game at all. This is it's very authentic. We're just polishing things over, doing certain things slightly better because we can. To be quite honest, you know, like our maps are going to look a lot prettier than the maps that were in Infection. However, in terms of how they play, functionality wise, they're going to be the same. At least we're trying to make it like that. So that's what we're doing. You know, it's the same game at heart, hopefully. And ultimately, if you guys have any like criticisms or suggestions or whatever it is, you know, however you want to word it here, just the Discord for this server is also in the description. You can join it there. You can also join it from here in the game. There'll be a sign here soon, I expect, and it will be there when you're actually playing. Or you can just, like, I think anyway, I think I'll have that. I plan to put a sign in so you can get the link and join. But basically, there'll be a Discord server. You can talk to me. I own it, so it's fine. You can just come on there and ask me questions. There's a suggestions channel. Anyway, so you can probably use that. It's probably the best. It's probably your best bet. But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, we've got Infection ranks here, like you just do normal level up ranks. The only thing that's really changed is the fact that they go in the colour spectrum order, because I really like colour spectrum order. I'm a bit of a sort of, I have some strange things in my head about how to do colours. So we've got it like that, so it starts purple and ends up going back right down to red. The actual levels are the same for all of them, in a sense, and also not in a sense. Because back in the day, when we used to play online time, Sergeant Major on the sign always did say 120, but in actual effect, it was 130, which was also what you needed to prestige, level 130. Now, I don't know how that happened, why that happened. However, since it did say 120, it's 120. Plus, then you've got another milestone to get to the prestige that you want here, or your next prestige, and yeah, whatever, and that takes another 10 levels, so you're 130 like last time. Now, you're probably seeing that there's two X's there, and if you know what that is in Roman numerals, you'll know that means 20. And there's a reason. And, yeah, we've got 20 prestiges, guys. That's right. 20. There you go. Now my hand's not in the way, so you can read all of them. But basically, yeah, this is controversial, probably. It might cause problems. I don't know. I'm slightly skeptical, because zombies are already very overpowered. That much is obvious. And I'm giving them even more stuff, so not the humans. I mean, the human kits are, I should say, the same, pretty much. I think there's like one little difference, not because we even wanted to change it, it's just it needed to be, because I don't know how to do something right, but it doesn't matter. Thing is that, in terms of the prestiges, yeah, 11 to 20, I've tried to make them not too like strenuous on the humans, so it's not that like powerful. But you know, as you can see, there's like 3 arrow prestiges. I mean, and actually, if you guys really wanted, I could make more. I could go on and on, because all this stuff is done in the config. It doesn't take me 5 minutes to change, because we actually have it all in config files. Unlike the last one, where I believe it was all hard-coded in the actual original Infection plugin. So this stuff didn't really, you know, it was quite difficult for them to change. And I'm glad in a way, otherwise they'd have probably gotten rid of this. Now, I like the Sharpness 20 bow, that's going to probably stay. And of course, the thing is that, yeah, like, zombies are ridiculously powerful. What balances it out is that, you know, humans can basically go to lots of places that are hard to access with hacks and stuff like that. And of course, guys, you know, that brings me to something that, if you know what I'm about, you know what I think about how Infection should be played, or at least how I like to play it, and what I was always, you know, enjoying about the game. It's the fact you can hack. So hacking is perfectly allowed. You can do what you want. I've actually got an old anti-cheat from like 1.6 something, like, you know, and I've gone and finally tuned it so that it allows for certain hacks to work really well, like gliding and phasing. Because from my point of view, I think the best way to, I think the best way to sort of consider like hacks like gliding and phasing Infection is that they're more just extra game mechanics rather than they are just exploits. Because You know, and they do really open up a huge amount of versatility, I believe is the word, in terms of what you can do. You know, you can get to so many places, and some of them are not intuitive, and that's what makes it even more fun. So, you know, that is, to me, really important. So we are going to allow hacks. That's probably not going to change. I think that, I mean, by all means, anyone can, like, you know, convince me of anything. I'm willing to listen to anybody about anything here, but, you know, if anyone wants this stuff changed. But yeah, this is what we're doing now, and I'm very set on the fact that we can hack. That's kind of what I was doing this for. You know, if you don't want to hack, just go and play Mineverse. Simple as that. So I doubt that anyone will convince me of that, because quite honestly, what's the point? Just go and play Mineverse. They have infection. You can't hack on there. People do it anyway, but you're not allowed to. So, you know, and actually because of that fact, and because, you know, as I mentioned, gliding and stuff, all the maps are in the same world, so you can glide to them. We have strategically placed maps so that you can actually get from map to map. We've put a lot of effort into making sure that the actual maps are glidable enough, but not obviously too glidable, so it's not just like a fucking cobweb of people just, you know, going from one side of the map to the other, obviously, but you can get pretty bloody far. I don't know exactly how it will work out. A lot of it's just stuff that will just happen on its own. You know, there are certain ways to glide to places that might not be obvious, that I haven't even figured out. And actually, maps also have spots in them that you can't necessarily get to unless you do, like, find special ways to get in, things like that. So yeah, we've tried to make it, and actually, to be fair, humans are going to be more powerful in a way, because phasing and gliding is very easy to do. At least on my client, it is pretty easy. I'm using Wolfram. I don't really know about any new stuff, and I'm honestly quite, like, concerned about getting anything dodgy. Wolfram has an official site. I just went, I'm just going to get Wolfram, so I did. And it works. So if you don't like it, or if you do, I don't care, because quite simply, I can glide and I can phase, and that's all I give a shit about, so I'm quite happy like that. But I'm sure you guys have your sort of sweaty clients that you think are the best. And to be quite honest, you know, I've never been one of those people that wants to brag about my client. I just want to play the game, and gliding and phasing to me is a mechanic of the game. It's a game mechanic that I just think needs to be there, else it's boring, to be quite honest. You know, I honestly find infection so dull unless you can hack. It's just not fun. It's just repetitive and broken and unbalanced without it, really. Now, this is where I get onto the ranks that you can buy. So we've got Captain, which is $5. We've got Colonel, which is $10, and we've got General, which is $20. Oh, the only reason I said Colonel, right, guys, by the way, is because I've been recording this video over and over again, because that's just what you do when you make videos. Honestly, it just takes forever. With update videos, it's like, and then no one ever watched them anyway. But basically, this is a bit of a special one, so I'm hoping people will see this, because that will show to me, really, you know, how many people are still with me and want to actually play this, and just kind of hoping it will come back, because it is going to come back. I mean, it's back now. You can come on right now, as I said multiple times in this video. But yeah, I keep saying Colonel. I mean, honestly, I bet everyone empathises with me there. It's so obviously, like, hard to get that right, isn't it? But you know, I mean, thing is, so what we've done here is we have, in terms of the perks that we've got, there aren't really any pay-to-win features, to be quite honest. You know, and the reason is because, one, I don't really care. It didn't really make much difference anyway. Besides spawn killing with the desert ender chest, it didn't really do much, and even then, it was, you know, negligible, really, to an extent. It wasn't, like, necessary, and, you know, for all of this to have worked, I have to have, you know, I have to set up a business, I have to make money, I have to support this server, which is why the ranks are costing money, why I'm selling them in the first place. And I'm not doing that because I really want to make a fat profit. As you can see, the prices are quite modest for Minecraft ranks, just $5, $10, $20. I don't know if I'm going to even keep them in dollars. I might change it to pounds because I'm actually from the UK. I mean, I might have to up the prices, I might have to do something, I don't know. Depends on how things work out, but really my aim isn't to make a fat profit. My aim is to just keep this server up, because I made the server because I want to play Infection. And dealing with EULA stuff and illegal stuff when I've never even had a business before, and have, you know, it just doesn't, I'm just not interested. Like, you know, and we have got some sort of grey area pay to win stuff, and the reason I've done that is because of, well, you know, I want people to buy the ranks, and I think it's kind of nice to have something that it will do for you. I just don't see the point in having those kits with diamond armor and stuff. I mean, they were, so we've got like basically like last time, we've got EXP kits, and that isn't that bad. I'm pretty sure that's fine because Hypixel and other servers have things like that where they give you extra EXP, which actually does in some cases give you in-game advantages, I believe, on those servers, and they don't get in trouble, so I would assume that this is okay and that it is fine. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have EXP bottle kits like last time. Well, on mine time they did have those. So Kit Captain will give you 16 EXP bottles in a kit every 20 hours. Colonel does 32 EXP bottles over the same time frame, and General does 64 over 20 hours, so same thing there. Now, I'm going to show you some of the game-changing perks we've got here, because everything else is just completely and utterly not going to really change the game, or at least it doesn't intend to change the game. So we've got this command, and we've tried to be quite inventive here. I wanted to make sure this wasn't just like only just so that I can get some money. I want you guys to feel like you've got something kind of cool and a bit unique here. So we've got some interesting things that we've kind of added that I thought would be kind of nice. Really kind of flesh it all out a little bit. So /InfColor, what that does is, if you can kind of get it from what the sign's saying, if I start the game right now, /InfInitiate, and I decide to type /InfColor, it will have it will come up with this command. If I press list, it will list out a bunch of colours. Now, if I said, I don't know, I wanted dark red, _red, and now I type, and there you go. As you can see, my nickname is, well, sadly, like 75-85% like unironic, but that's not the point, guys. This here, you see that there? Yep, dark red, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have it so that the prestige symbol you can change the colour of it. So I can go cyan, and I've got a cyan one, and it will, because of the fact that we're doing that, I have said that just as a neutral colour, when you don't have this ability, you're just going to start off with white instead of the original gold, so that you can pick colours if you actually get a rank. And that will stay there, so you can have like you can have your own colour. It's a bit like how on Hypixel they have like if you have VIP Plus or MVP Plus, you can change the plus colour if you get to certain levels and things. It's kind of like that, except you just pick one as long as you've got a prestige and you have one of these ranks. Now, in terms of these commands, so obviously you've got /nick. Okay, we all know what that does. It's I'm pretty sure anyway. It's obvious, isn't it? But we've also got /infleave, /infjoin. What they do is they let you opt out to spawn and opt back into the game. Normally, Infection is and will be on this very much a forced joining game. You just play it and it just keeps going. But if you have a rank, you can just opt out and wander around the spawn, chat, and do whatever. That's what we're going to do. Thought that was kind of a nice touch. So Captain gives you most of the sort of bog standard kind of the main things that we've tried to give everybody here that are quite interesting and unique. Other ranks just sort of boost your ego a bit, I think. That's what they're really for. So Colonel will give you the ability to change your nickname's colours. You also get particle trails. They're always there, in-game and in the lobby, because you're only in the lobby anyway for like 45 seconds. It's just, unless you've opted out. And then the only people that will be able to see it are people that have trails anyway, because you'll just be sitting there if you've opted out, with people that only can opt out if they can do that. Well, that's not true. I mean, you can opt out when you can't get trails with this one, but the point is you can just use trails no matter what. And there's quite a lot. I've disabled some purely because of the fact that I have to, because they just are either really obnoxious and just get in the way of everything, or they just don't work properly and they get in your face and you can't see at all and they're just pointless. But basically anything that's worth having that is reasonable, you can have. There's just a shitload of trails you can have. /p time just lets you change the time of day in relation to just yourself, so you see that. Then we've got, for the general rank, you've got some more trails. So you get block trails, so as you walk around, the blocks on below your feet will change. There's some cool ones like that. You also get wings, like in Hypixel, so you can build the wings, and you can have them any colour you like. And multiple colours, things like that. Which I think is really cool. And so we do have that. We've also got personal weather. So again, like the time of day thing, the weather. And this one is a bit controversial, obviously, but what this is basically chat colours. Yeah, so you can just kind of say as many messages as you like and make them look like as colourful as you want with chat colours. However, I have made sure this isn't going to be too disgusting, but the thing is, I need to make the money to host the server, so I've tried to sort of overload you with cosmetics, as you can probably tell, and just to keep the server going. So what I've done is I've had it so that the colours you can use will be things like, you know, green, like here, yellow, like that, and, you know, and red and cyan, all of those sort of brighter colours that are easier on the eyes in chat you can see, but things like the dark blue and the plum, like, look, imagine if people said stuff like this, and in these colours, you know, like, it's just like, so all those dark colours, like, we're not going to let people spam those anywhere, you just can't use them, so I'm going to give you only the ones that, I mean, honestly, would look good at all. I mean, there's no need to have those, because quite simply, they don't look good, right? In chat, they just look horrible, and there's no reason why you would want to do it unless you just wanted to spam and be annoying. And so just to make your messages look prettier, you can use any of the actual colour codes that genuinely just make it prettier, because that just looks horrible, obviously. So yeah, that's the ranks we've got. Don't worry about whatever this is in the front. This is about us redesigning the board, things like that. But yeah, that's basically what we've got. This is the info board over here. This shows the staff team we've got, as you can see. Got some armor stand people representing all of them. Here you go. And you'll be able to see this, of course, as always. And over here we've got some explanations on how the game works, things like that. And I think the Discord will be here. Yeah. I don't think that will be a command, but sure. Someone else wrote that. But yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to show you all the maps, because I feel like that would be of interest. So here's the Paradise map. Yeah, I'm just going to do a flyby of them, and it is essentially what you. It's just a I actually started this map, but then none of this was really done by me. My brother just overhauled the whole thing. It's like I said, I'm a shit builder. I believe I said that. I really just can't build besides like interiors, because all I have to do is just place a few things and hope it looks pretty. I can't do this. The palm trees are, well, no, they're not designed by me. Some of them are. These ones are, but like these and stuff, no. I didn't build these. But yeah, Paradise map is actually really pretty. It reminds me actually of a certain map in Hypixel, which is the what's it called? The Blocking Dead game has a map that looks kind of like that. I feel, I don't know, but anyway, I don't know why I think that, but yeah, it's quite a pretty map. I mean, I say quite. I think it's a really good one. And it's got a little island up here, of course, you can sit on. It is in no way authentic in the sense that it is like actually based on an old map. If you're wondering, we do have some actual literal, like, we have some maps that are like either exactly the same as the old ones but slightly better, because to be honest, we can't get the originals really in like 99% of the time. I don't have those files, like in the same way I don't have the Infection plugins files, you know. And these maps, like I was kind of saying before, the idea is they're going to be pretty polished, but the actual like functionalities of them are very much playable for Infection. There's lots of good spots. We've got spots specially placed just so you can, you know, glide to places and, or, you know, or phase into spots and things. Now this is one of my other favourites, and it is the forest map. And this is what I mean when I say we've got like some, I don't know if I just said, but like partially authentic sort of maps. And this doesn't look in any way authentic, because it just doesn't. It looks really pretty. So obviously, from your point of view, it's not. But I'll explain why. So of course, we've got some cool rooms in here, things like that, and places to go. And you can jump around on the trees and whatever else, and do whatever. You can get around back here. It's quite cool. You can get on here. It's a great spot. But what's really important about this map is things like this. So I always forget what this actually is, but we've got things like the cobweb hole, the original cobweb hole. Look at that, guys. Yeah, see, the original. Like the actual, it's like really kind of brings back good vibes when I sit in here. I suddenly feel chills just because of how like cozy it is. Because I remember just sitting in here. You know, it was a safe place. I honestly loved this spot. We've got that here. We've done things like that for a lot of the maps. And yeah, that's the forest map. I mean, honestly, it's a stunning map in my opinion. I didn't build any of these. I really love this map. I think it's really pretty. As you can see, we've also got a sort of towers, but like better version of towers, which has like a cave system, I believe, in there or something. I think it does. Yeah, it does. We've got like caves and stuff, and it is quite authentic in terms of you have these again under the obby, which you can like jump into and sit in. And honestly, I think why Towers was such a great map is also just because of the fact that it was really balanced in so many ways. You know, if you sat down here as a human, you were just about as likely to win as someone that was on one of the towers. Let's just pretend this was a tower. Someone that flies on top with hacks and just drops on here often dies first, and you actually have a very good chance of winning down here. I remember this because I used to win both ways, I believe. And you know, I can't. I definitely remember at least winning in here. I probably did win on the towers, but I don't know. But anyway, as you can see, it's got like mushrooms and stuff. It's quite you know, it's a lot prettier. But it's essentially our towers, right? And then we've got the Nether Map. As you can see, this is a brilliant example of like prettier but authentic. We've still got the glowstone parkour, but we also have a much cooler actual Nether. There's an awesome spot down here, this cave. It's genuinely brilliant. You can sit down here and you can do really well. You can really like grind a lot of EXP down here, from my understanding when I have played it. And in terms of yeah, this map, there's quite a lot of cool things like this portal. I think you spawn here. I don't even know. And this is kind of I actually mentioned to them. I said, like this is kind of cool because you've got like a 1.16 kind of styled broken nether portal that naturally generates in the world. They do that in 1.16 for those of you who don't know, because I know it's a new update, and I suspect that people that watch videos like my infection videos probably just sit on like 1.8 all the time anyway. I don't know what you guys do, but point is that yeah, they do that. And okay, other maps we've got are things like the mansion map. I'm going to show you all of them, of course. And the mansion map is by no means authentic at all to the original game in any sense, but it has some cool spots. And we are going to keep pushing out maps, hopefully, too, as people just build them whenever they feel like it. I'm not going to bother showing you the interior because it just goes on forever, I suspect. I'd probably get lost, but, it's quite nice. It's actually, this front room is meant to look like Luigi's Mansion's original, like, front entrance. I don't know if you've ever played Luigi's Mansion, guys, but it's sort of based on that front room. It just looks a bit similar. It's quite cool. Then we've got the desert map, of course. Now, we really did try to make an authentic desert map that looked like authentic and acted authentically, but honestly, desert was just so fucking ugly. Like, just shit. Like, I mean, it was a great map for gameplay, but it was so horrendously ugly. So I don't think anyone was happy making a map like desert. So we've changed it over and over. And to be quite honest, I don't find the terrain on this map that pretty. I don't really like the terrain. However, structures are great. And this map has a certain feature, which is like in the original, which is the good old ender chest, and that is controversial as hell. However, it's only on one map like last time, and you don't have like those god tier kits anyway, which made a significant difference. You can just use your sharpest 20 bows and your super golden apples. If that really becomes like something that everyone just hates, I might just not bother. I might just change it. But I specifically went and world guarded it off so that you could actually do that. You could open that chest and take stuff out and put stuff in. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it like that. But this map is, in terms of the structures we've got, I really like them. I really like these. Then we've got Hijack. This is our this is the map we have that is genuinely just the map we had before, right? And this was built, again, from scratch to look better. Because back when Hijack actually was made, we actually found where you can get it, but it was built with world blocks, because quartz blocks did not exist until a bit later on from that, and so it was made of wool. Whereas this one's made of quartz, and the blocks, I guess, updated, and it's just a bit prettier, really. You know, so I'm quite fond of it, and there are like more areas that you can go that's a bit better. Um, you know, and it's pretty much like last time. Of course, you can drop into the water. Instead of bars, we have stained glass. You can probably kind of see the thought process here, but yeah, we've got stained glass. It's pretty good. So it is genuinely just like the last one. So yeah, we've got hijack. I mean, hijack was very popular. I mean, we were not going to be getting rid of that one. We had to do hijack. Let's be honest, right? And it's a nice map. It doesn't look bad. Now we've got another map here. This one is kind of like our Nuketown, I guess, in some ways. It kind of feels like that to me. And it's a Rainbow Six Siege map house. I've never played Rainbow Six Siege, but some of my friends have, so they built a house, the map house from it. It actually had a really cool spot that you could, on the trees, where you could glide to hijacked. I mean, you can definitely glide from this map to other maps from this point onwards, but there was this really cool way to get to it. There was just this, it just looked quite cinematic. I mean, I don't know how to really put it besides that, where you just, you know, where you just sort of glide off this tree and then you drop into the hijacked water. It was just kind of cool. But yeah, this is another map we've got that is, in my opinion, quite great. It's a really, utility-wise for Infection, it's a very good map. I think. And yeah. Now, another map we've got here is Casino. Now, for some reason, some of my staff team don't like this map at all and have a real issue with it. Honestly, some of them also like it. I like it. I have no problem with it. Never did. Never really ever understood why, but some people seem to really not like it. It's based on Persona. I've never played Persona, but the person that made it, Kian, just, I assume, you know, I just trusted that he based it on that and built it based on how it was in the actual game. I think it's from Persona 5 or something. And thing is that, yeah, I mean, I think the map is, even if you don't think it's pretty, utility-wise, the spots you can get to, I mean, honestly, like, there's some really cool spots. If you jump up this thing, this was not intentional, I believe, by any means, but you can actually just jump all the way up here. And it's honestly an incredible spot. You can sit right on this block here, no joke. You could probably jump from here to there. Yeah, I know, in fact, I've done it. You can also jump in here, and then from here, you can actually access this and just sit in there. I mean, like, it's stuff like that. This map really, really does shine on a lot. And I actually did say to someone, look, since everyone seems to have a big problem with it, if you want to go and rebuild it, because you've also played Persona, you can go and do it. And so they might get to that, and then we might just like do a second version. However, I'm going to leave it to see what everyone actually thinks when it comes out, because quite honestly, I like the map. I think that the spots are alright, but I didn't build them. I don't build maps. I'm not really a map builder, you know, and I just developed the plugin. That's what I did. That's kind of what my job was, and you know, that's that. You know, because I had to do that anyway. And thing is that yeah, I like this map in terms of the spots inside and the spots like up here, and it's just you can kind of see how an infection map would work for this. You know, it kind of works, doesn't it? It does make sense, and in that sense, this map has a lot of that, and it really does work. So yeah. Now, in terms of other maps, let's see if I can find some. So this is the mine map. The mine map is, yeah, it was lacking in places to go, but I think it's got some more now. It's not that intuitive in terms of where you're going. However, it is quite pretty. I actually love the spot down here. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? I mean, it is just quite pretty, really. Like, I don't know, I just love that. Honestly, it's just really, really cool. Here's a really authentic thing we've got in this map, actually, which is the iron door. You can press the button and it just keeps shutting. And if you've ever played on the mineshaft map in the original, you'll know that that was quite quite a bit of a pain for zombies to get in when you did that. So, you know, people used to just sort of sit in there in that room and just it was quite great, really. But yeah, here's the highway map, guys. This was a sort of a combined between well, Hugh actually built the actual highway stuff and the sewers. The sewers are ridiculous. It is actually back to mineshaft, like walking around mineshaft if you go down there. But up top, the spots are actually quite cool. There's like spots in here that are actually quite hard to get to. Up this tower, up these towers in general, I believe. Or is it like I think it's in the middle one that's quite cool. There's some spots that are quite hard. The mountains were built by my bro. He actually built these mountains. So this was like half and half that, but really the highway was actually just huge. That did that. Of course, you can probably camp on the mountains and stuff. I don't remember how to access the sewers. Let me see if I can get in. See if I can get in. That shouldn't be there. Right. How do I get in? Yeah. Oh no. I think there's only like one way in, and it's really I don't know which one it was. But yeah, that's the highway map, which I quite like. I really quite like that. And here's this the ice map, and it just makes me kind of think of Frozen when I see this. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? But this tower, honestly, it's just great. Like, it's great in two ways. It looks beautiful. It does. And also, the spots that you can get to from this that are really kind of hard and unintuitive, to some extent, are quite cool. If I drop down here, I'll show you what I tried in the play test, which you'll see in the actual video, I believe. I do it. Is I kind of make my way up this tower, and you can't get out of the tower by going up unless you hack, and that is because it's just a dead end. However, if you do this and you want to sort of like phase your way through like that, when you can do it, you can get out. And if you're high enough and you know where you're going on it, you could just sit on this like tower and you can actually glide to Nether. I tried it. It worked. And I got all the way to Nether Map. So you can get to Nether from this map. But it takes effort. It's a two-way sort of step with glide and the phasing. So you have to phase first and then you glide. Sorry. Yeah. And I like that. That was unintentional. And that's kind of why that's cool. Because that's the sort of stuff that I want to happen. I want those sorts of things to happen. Things like, what if I tried that? That's kind of what I want people to be thinking about. Because that's what I used to like. I used to go, when I used to play, I used to think, how could I get there? Let's see if I can do that. I wonder if it's possible. And I'd find the most weird way of doing it and then figure out how to get somewhere. And honestly, that is why it was good, wasn't it? I mean, Infection was great for that, yeah? We've got a little, like, cabin here and all of the rest. So there you go, that's the ice map, pretty much. It is a cool map. I like this map. And yeah, so there we go. I think that is every single map we've got. I think there's there's one more that's been placed here. This has just been made. It's not even in the Discord server. We've got like a promotional text channel that like talks about all of them. It just has like pictures of all of them. This one's not even in there. It's just been made and put in the map pool. And I like this map quite a lot. It's really it's really quite pretty. Now, I think it has some slight issues in terms of how it works, but it is quite cool. There's like an underground laboratory, and what I mean by that, by the way, is that the redstone is breaking. I think there's some problem with the server, I don't know. But I think it works. Yeah, I mean, things are working well enough. But yeah, it's quite pretty. Honestly, this reminds me of a game I played called Angels with Scaly Wings, just because of the underground laboratory and stuff. If you're wondering what that is, I doubt anyone has ever heard of it. It's genuinely it's just a dating sim with dragons in it, and where you date the dragons, and it's a murder mystery thing. It's not the sort of thing I think that most people would necessarily go to immediately. It's something I'd go to. She probably saw from my nickname, but anyway. Yeah, it's a great map. Honestly, it's a really cool map, and I love it. And I also like the touch of lapis that we've got here. I also like that. I think the lapis really blends well with this and the grass and stuff. No, the leaves, I mean, things like that. I'm very fond of these maps, and I haven't built any of them. I'm not really trying to brag. I just really like the maps, and I believe we've also intentionally made. Yeah, this spot here. If you want to get in here, this has been made genuinely, just blatantly. You can't get in unless you phase through, right? Like either that or you glide into it from up here. And I should say that gliding just genuinely just works like almost like seamlessly. You don't even need to be punched. You can just go, I want to glide like that. That's it. Don't need to take damage to yourself. That doesn't work now anyway. Minecraft itself actually patched that, or Mojang, I mean. You can glide down into that easily. You don't have to be punched, nothing. You can just do it. And it's great, honestly. You know, because it just means you don't have to go, because someone boosts me all the time, yeah? And it's just kind of annoying, isn't it? So you don't have to do that. So yeah. So there are all the maps, guys. Yeah. And for the next section of this video, you're going to get to see actual gameplay. There we go.
Yeah,
Right, let's go.
Still see red, by the way.
Huh? Oh, that's different. That's just one. Yeah, there will be hardly any red now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
You can make no cheat plus exempt and unexempt players, Seb.
What? Oh,
Yo,
yeah, I know
I
you
have like
can, yeah.
Kobe shit because I'm private and I'm also mod, so it looks like Kobe because it's like the purple and the.
Alright,
I'm
here
the
we go.
modern day Kobe.
Oh,
Who built this map?
Oh wait, I'm a recruit.
I don't know.
No,
It's
we can go on a
I've only got like level
Most people have
6,
been
yeah.
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got level 6. I don't know what,
I've got
yeah.
level
I'm like level
133.
14.
We might as well do, because we need to test other stuff. So like, if someone's a prestige,
Oh, do you
that's okay.
have no like full damage or anything in the first?
Oh yeah, it's invulnerability for the first 30 seconds. Wait, actually, how does the
Okay.
scoreboard look now? Yeah, so much prettier. Oh yes.
I've got 2 swords, by the way.
Oh, hello, Joshua.
I'm in game mode 0. That's odd.
Don't know what's happened. He's
Go and
just, like-
scream at him in
He's
your room.
fast ladder. Calls it.
He was screaming at me in my room until he left, and now like his computer's like here. But
Golly
like,
gee, I sure do hope no one has play ESP on.
Also,
that would
Neve.
really kill my
Oh,
vibe.
no, she don't worry.
Would that really
how-
kill your vibe?
Why can't I get down here?
Would it
That's
truly
why
do
I
that?
can't get
It's
down
Benny
here.
boy.
Oh, Christ,
Hey.
there's people everywhere.
oh, that's
Hey.
rude.
Fast move.
Wow.
I know it's air move. Air move is the one that was doing that. Right, cool. Okay, who's left? Is it my
Okay,
bro?
st-
He's
There's
up there.
3
Oh,
alive.
hello,
Everyone
Aussie.
crouch, everyone have the
Aussie's
I
on.
don't know what I'm trying to do here.
Hi, Derpy. Not Derpy, Voltsy.
There we go.
Yeah,
I
of course
got
I'm
my
not going
bro.
to do a 1v1 with Seb when I've got way worse stuff.
Oh, and I've got my
There's
hacks are
Endhog.
great
Oh,
as
Voltsy
well.
joined.
No, it's
Like-
not. What do you mean? I've never seen an endhog in my life. That's non-existent.
Endhog?
There he is.
Yeah.
Do you mean
he's
Pog? Are you trying to say Poggers? Is that what you mean?
happened?
Hey,
Todd,
hello.
fuck them up.
I'm getting it.
Don't do
Oh,
that.
he spidered. Oh, okay.
No, my
There?
my step stopped working.
Oh, okay. It's just it sort of was
Wait,
working.
come
on.
Oh, are you there?
Fuck
Wait,
that.
I'm
I thought I saw
so
Ben.
speedy.
Where's Ben? Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's.
Yeah, Seb, by the way,
Nicely. Yeah?
Seb.
Yeah?
By the way, if you press tab, you'll find out we have a bigger player base than Mine Time already.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, he's in a really good spot. Oh my gosh. How do I get to him? Without, I had to go all the way around to do
No,
that.
I can't move. All of my movement things just broke.
Who's
I don't know what
last?
you've done, but they were working
Hugh.
fine, and now they're not at all.
He's down here in the sewers.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
somewhere.
He's over here. Go
I,
away.
he killed me.
Oh,
but
is
I
that
couldn't
fair,
get
is he?
him
He's
before.
killed. No, he's down in the sewers.
Yeah, he's down in the sewer.
I don't just
What's the
teleport
sewer?
up the ladder. I literally.
So am I the last
What?
one left? I'm such
Whoa!
a bro. Oh, I'm so
It's-
cool.
Where are you? I've
You
been
can
up
just
to
go
fight
speedy
you
up
again.
ladders if you.
No, I
like the
just
witch
teleport
hunt.
up the ladder. Literally, I just.
I thought you even had to get into the sewers, like, because you removed the old
Yeah,
entrance.
Yeah, it's
Red
bad.
truck.
Oh.
Oh, red truck.
He's in the sewers!
You
Oh,
did so much
hey.
damage because you're prestige, so you have a bit more
Oh
damage.
yeah, Josh,
to it,
you
but-
did kind of two-hit me. Yeah, you do many
No,
damage.
you killed me though, Ed. You killed me.
Did I? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
know.
You killed me, but you didn't kill, because then you got 2v1'd.
I wasn't aware that I'd killed anyone.
Josh did do a lot more damage than anyone else, to be fair.
I hit you like 4 times. It like did
To be
not.
fair, I was trying that 20
You tried
CPS
it
shit
before
there, Stu.
now,
I was
because-
butterfly clicking, you know, definitely, yeah.
I don't give a fuck, you probably have prestige.
You know, I
over
think
me,
I
so-
think my
I
aura
know
breaks
Prestige 1 only
through,
gives
so I can't
projectile
actually,
protection,
like,
Stu, so I don't have.
Yeah, well, I was using my projectiles, you know? So, projectile
Base, base.
Would it be bad if I just kept using this server as like a creative server after?
Oh, we can't do that. I'm gonna probably have another server for stuff like that, so don't worry about it. It's bad because it makes lag and various things, especially world edit, and it also creates loading time the more worlds
Oh
you've
no,
got.
not this one.
Wait,
I haven't played this map yet.
I love this fact. I love the fact I can just zoom up. Like I'm not opt, right? Good, I'm not. I can just zoom up ladders. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
If you just turn on
It's
spider,
incredible.
you just.
Oh, I'm not even using spider. It's like something else, but I imagine it'd be the same deal, right? Like,
Oh, hold on. Can you?
yeah.
Can I phase?
How do I get up there? Actually, I'm
Here.
gonna find a better
Oh, I
spot.
might be able to phase into this bit.
Let's see if I can actually.
I just
glide.
realised
Make
I
it
was
glide.
gonna try and do a block glitch, but I'm.
Oh wait, why
off,
can't I just
so
fly?
don't block
Okay, I
glitch.
can just fly. That's an issue.
But
So
you
it's
can.
the op,
I
obviously.
Yeah,
can't. I
can
can't.
just fly.
Are you
Never
sure?
mind, it was.
No.
Fuck.
Never
Yeah.
mind, it wasn't.
No, you can't. Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
It was
have
kind
nothing.
of half working for a second.
Moxie!
Actual.
I can't tell if my brother's behind the wall or not because
You're a little shitbag.
yeah, so I've got everyone set so that they're like all like behind like walls and
I,
stuff. I can see them and stuff.
I
Oh.
have nothing. I have literally have nothing.
Yeah, what if you got nothing? Get him.
Oh, is
There's some
that bug
kills to be
seriously
gotten
still
over
happening? Lee,
No,
is that
he
bug
isn't.
still happening? Yeah.
I have literally nothing, dude.
Oh.
Team. Team.
At least I have Lakritzi.
Hello, slimy slime.
I got nothing to explain, dude.
I swear Lee didn't join halfway through.
I didn't. I literally just jumped off the boat at the start of the game and I died.
I'm quite confused by the fact that that's
Oh,
happened.
so basically, Seb, Lee jumped off the boat halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Right? It must have killed him, and then when he went back into the game, he had no armor.
But why would that happen? Like normally.
Because he died the moment he joined as the game.
Lee's up.
Climbing. There we go. Now the
Oh.
damage you.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Wait, so what happened? Did you say, Joshy? What was your explanation to the
I
Yeah,
bug?
they
think
wonder
the
what problem
explanation is,
Oh my
is Lee
God.
died the
Where
moment,
are
right?
you?
We went into a game. So when Lee died, instead of
Oh,
giving him
okay.
his stuff, it didn't give him
I
his stuff.
really hope it's something like that, because that would be negligible. It would be like spawn glitching back in
Okay,
the
sorry,
day,
I've not
so,
really.
which
I've
was
not
also
really
shit,
played
but
this
there you
game
go.
before now, but to me it just feels like shitty hide and seek so far.
Oh yeah, it's not got
I mean,
many
we played
people
one
on.
round. Oh no, two actually.
Yeah.
But
It's just like, oh, each running around until somebody sees you and then you're dead. That's kind of just what
Yeah,
it feels like.
it's like that until you glide to maps and stuff and try and exploit stuff, but you have to sort of figure it out. So, I mean, that map, I don't know if you could glide from Hijack, could you? We'll
no.
see. Yeah.
So I couldn't anyway.
Yeah. No, I'll see if there's a glide, because there are maps you can get to, so, I mean, there are a few, yeah. So
I will make an attempt.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
wanna
more fun
Oh,
when
Lee,
there's
what, sorry,
actual
Lee?
high prestige people and shit that are like actually hard to kill. Like when
Yeah.
everyone's low level.
Yeah.
And that
people
too.
like you.
It
Is
makes
this
it...
the one with an ender chest in it?
Oh, yes, it is, except we don't
Where
have
is
it.
it?
Don't
Let me
you...
get it.
Oh, no. Oh,
Where is
no.
it?
See where
Somebody
the
tell me. I
Has
have
he
like,
got the Anschluss?
Where are you at,
I
Lee?
have the Anschlussinator and a few 32Ks. Where is it?
Oh, bro.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no, you've got. Oh no! Oh hang on. Well, I'm fucking off. I'm going to hijack. I'm going to hijack. Alright, see you later.
Oh my
I'll
God.
see. Oh, I couldn't glide.
What you mean? What you mean?
Why can't I glide there? Why is my glide not working? It usually works. What?
How
Oh,
tragic, Seb.
that is tragic actually. That is awful. Right, okay.
Why couldn't I damage anyone?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
you can. I saw you. You damaged me
I
earlier.
just delete people.
Did I just get one hit? What the
Yeah,
hell?
you did.
Lee, are you like lagging out there?
What?
I just killed you in the air. I'm really confused. Right, my glide's
and-
working now. Why was it not working just now?
Hello, the ender chest
Oh.
is ridiculous.
It doesn't work.
Okay,
no, I'm
I'm
sure it
deleting
is.
people.
I still
I'm gonna
have
go.
no
I'm gonna go get rid of this because it's overpowered, and I'm
God.
deleting people.
What end do you infect it?
No.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you're
probably
really
my
good, Ben.
speed, isn't
I'm
it?
just really good at the game. It's that simple.
Yeah, he's just
Sure, I
extremely
don't
good.
care,
I'm
okay.
just really, really good.
Seb, I don't think you have any armor.
Do I? Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm
I have
stuck. I'm
armor.
glitched.
Why do you keep
glitched
getting
again.
Yeah, no, Hugh, I can see my armor.
I have
Yeah,
no-
I
I have
Wait,
a
I'm
how
dual
still
many
armor.
looking at my ESP.
What end?
I
Well, so
have
who's
dual
not
armor.
infected? Who's not infected?
Yoshi, what?
I would never be not infected.
Be,
No one, by the way, like
yeah.
no one knows how to get onto that the train station. Like I
I
think
do.
you does.
Everyone
You does.
knows how to get there.
But why did no one do
Train
it? Like I stood there
Because
the
it's hard
entire
to do it
game.
as a zombie. It's hard to do it as a zombie.
Oh,
N loves this
I'm
map.
leaving.
N
I'm
is.
out. I don't care. I don't care.
N's
I'm
eyes are
leaving.
like glistening
That
right
is
now.
just sad.
Like,
I'm leaving. I don't like this
N's,
map.
just come up here with me and you'll.
No, I'm
then-
leaving. I'm
Aw.
going to Hughes
Oh
map.
my
Can you
God.
glide to it? Can you?
I can glide to it. I'm going to Hughes map. You can't
Oh,
stop.
thank you.
Oh, there's no water. There's no water. Oh,
Do it before. Do it before the fall damage kicks in. Oh. God.
I'm just.
I'm a
just
respectable
gliding.
human being, and I will not call you up.
Alright, you better
Go
not.
back.
You better
I
not.
have no stuff.
And yeah, guys, watch for this strat here for those watching, because like, God, this is a good place to go.
Please
Seriously,
don't kill me!
Are
like,
you doing the parkour?
great. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we're doing it.
I remember.
I have currently got no stuff.
I can
and
see
don't
where
know
you
where
are,
I'm
I'm the
Ben.
only one who.
Wait, Seb.
What?
Can you try and...
I don't
Can
even
I
know which
want you
side
to
I'm
help me boost me up to
Wait,
here?
you're
The
in
boosting doesn't really work very well. Like, oh my God, why
It's
did I do
called
that?
ESP,
Oh.
involves-
No,
You-
but yeah,
you
Ben. The reason I can see you is because I can
Oh,
see
why
through.
is
I can see
time
people through
no
walls and stuff like that. Like and all that sort of
I
stuff.
just know
Oh,
the
I don't
route
have,
to get to where you are. So
yeah.
I just know where you are.
I don't have armor. Why do I not have armor? Because I killed
Oh, no,
myself.
me End has no armor either.
Yeah, I have no armor or
If you
two.
Why
kill
don't I
yourself,
have
you don't
any
get armor.
stone?
Right. Okay, that's an easy
I didn't
fix.
kill myself
like.
though. I just got teleported back after my glide didn't
Wait,
work.
we found one bug.
Yeah. All right. That's negligible. I can probably
Well, that's
sort
what
that
this
out.
is for. That's
Yeah.
the whole point of playtesting.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And actually, to be
my
fair, the game
glide's
isn't
kind of broken
unplayable.
again.
Alive.
Like,
It's not,
It was
no.
working
I'm
when
alive,
we were
it's
doing
alive,
the,
I'm
when we were doing the testing, but my glide's
I
not
know,
working
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, Ben. Could you
Where is Anton?
could you kill me
Wait,
over here?
Josh, can you come over here and boost me?
What?
Wait,
Jamie, you
wait,
just
wait,
kill
are
me?
you infected?
Because otherwise I
I
can't get
just want to see if
stuff.
this works.
Yeah.
And I'll just TP.
Thank you,
for the
that's
sake of
good.
simple.
How do
If
I
I
actually
was you,
get
I'd
to
kill
Ben?
myself.
Oh,
How do I
time
actually
up
get
all
to
messed
Ben?
up actually.
Oh! Did Ben just fall off? Hello?
Where is...
Oh, oh.
Oh, you lag back. Yeah, you rubber banded. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
Yo, I
There's
can't
this
see
little thing
Neve's
that is
name tags.
kill or
What?
I
can't see
can.
Neve's name
Oh wait,
tag.
I can, but I've got like. Oh wait, where is she?
I
Yeah, I
can't see
can.
your name tag either, Josh.
Yeah, mine's gone as well. Do you know why, Seb?
Oh no, I
That's
don't.
so weird. Everyone
I'm-
else's name
I'm
tag is
glitching in
fine.
I can
blocks
see everyone's name
constantly.
tag. Everyone's name tag's fine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine for me. The reason they're fine for me though is because I'm using like my Wolfram custom version.
Oh,
so
I'm
if
using-
I
I'm
did have
using
any
the
problem,
standard.
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
know.
using standard density.
Yeah.
I'm using the
Yeah.
I'm just using ones
Titan
mixed the
Sigma.
same size. They look fine.
Yeah, mine
Oh,
mine
Rowan's
changes the
name is gone
sizes
as well.
when they go away. Oh,
I
that's
prefer
it.
the ones to do
Yeah,
custom
Rowan and
ones,
Josh's
but
name have like
first
completely
is
gone.
fine.
Everyone else's names are fine now.
Quite honestly,
see
it's
me,
probably
Orion.
the scoreboard
Oh,
being
yeah,
a
look at
cut.
this
best
trash
map,
map.
Smile, best map.
This retard who made this map, right?
I love
Oh.
that retard. He's my favorite one.
He's Scottish.
Ew.
Ah, Scottish people, am
Scottish
I right
people
or am I
and their
right?
haggis, yeah.
Yeah,
God.
bloody oh, shut
That's
up.
kind of mad.
I watched N make nearly all of the hiding spots on this map because like I did that the other day, so I feel like I've got some insider's knowledge.
I bet my
I
glide isn't going
I
to
don't
work.
know.
I saw you using your
Of
glide.
course I get
Seb, and I was just
infected.
like, what?
Really?
Okay.
Right.
I'm probably gonna get kicked.
You're
I can
mine.
smell it. I can smell it. Right.
Please.
Like, I'm
no.
gonna be
Smell.
just
How can you
there.
smell getting kicked?
You're mine.
Oh my god, no!
You're
I did
alive.
it! Oh, it was too low. I got kicked for. No, I didn't get kicked. I died. I died from full damage. Never mind. Alright, now I haven't got armor, so that's really annoying. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
I was like
Seb.
daydreaming, like in my head, like yeah, no one's gonna kill me here. And then I saw Hugh, and I was like, oh my.
I'm gonna just like
fucking
punch.
Hugh is,
I'm gonna
like,
punch you to death,
insane
obviously.
at this, to be
You
honest.
reckon you
Oh,
can get
God.
to
Right.
Use X-ray and just fucking finds you and melts you.
I don't have X-ray, I have
Yeah.
ESP.
Yes.
It's just, it's the sexy motherfucker who made this map.
Can you find... No, you can't.
Oh yeah, what a great
Oh,
map.
Oh god. Oh, whoever made
That
this
guy.
map is obviously a complete
Oh,
chat
yeah.
and gets all the whammers.
That's
Yeah,
cool, dude.
absolutely.
Probably get all of the women.
Yeah,
Probably get all
Yeah,
the
probably
females.
gets like
Yeah,
more
like,
women.
all the men.
They probably get so many women. There aren't any women left on the planet, so you have to get
Yeah,
some men.
that's like-
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
not
more
Josh.
women.
This is me.
Like
And
men too. Like,
Oh,
why not
yeah,
men?
sorry. I...
Not
What are you
always,
talking
I'm
about?
sorry.
Slime people look quite similar.
yeah,
To be fair. I know
they
it's very
do.
racist, but
Why
slime
is
people
my
do look
jump
similar.
making me sprint? That's funny. It's that move crap, isn't it? I've got
Sorry,
on.
Voltsy.
Nah, there's another
Oh
guy.
yeah, it will be. It'll be the...
Yeah, there's someone in the sewers.
side
Lee's in the
street.
sewers. I think he's alive.
Weird.
He's moving rather speedily.
Yeah,
Which
I'm just
makes
gonna
it
sit up
tricky
here
to
and
like,
quite
go
Yeah,
honestly.
honestly,
Seb, I'll join you. Seb, I'll come join
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Em, come up here.
Yeah, right,
and,
right. Alliance.
yeah,
Come here.
Fuck.
come on,
That's how you
Joshy.
meant to play this game.
Oh
But,
yeah, snag it.
My
Snag it.
step hates
Wait,
me.
Voltsy, let's get this dude. Oh wait, he's not. Oh, he's
No.
not in here. Oh, yeah,
Hey,
he's infected
I'm
anyway.
tired
Hey.
of messing everything up.
Hey, and a hog.
hey, dog.
And the pog.
And poggers.
I get the joke.
And Pog, oh, funny.
Pog.
Oh, I
Funny,
wish I could,
hilarious.
like, send my
I'm
hack
not-
to my
Nee,
people
come over here.
who I don't want to beat up
I don't
because
know
I
where
can't
you
use my
are.
bow.
You're literally like so close to me. Just like
Oh,
look.
I can use fast bow.
Like,
Just stop it.
oh no, sorry, I think you're like behind the block, and for me, I like can see people behind blocks because I'm cool
Yeah.
like
Did my
that.
fasto actually work there?
Because it's
Or did
really,
it
it's
just
this
not
really
damage
quirky
you?
thing called like seeing
Can you see
behind
people even
walls.
if they're crouching? Can you still
Oh.
see
Yeah, I
them?
can see them behind walls everywhere.
I
Yeah.
just remembered that you can't get out of this shit, can you?
Right, Neve,
Um,
let me come and give you a little
Right.
visit. I'm here. Right, there you go. Just
So in other
hover
words, we're
over.
stuck in the sewer.
Oh, I'm stuck again.
There's one in
Oh
here.
my god.
Oh my god.
Seb,
Yeah?
there is no way out of the sewers.
Is there not? Well, that's not my problem. That's not my fault, is it? Eh?
Do
suicide. You just do suicide.
Alright.
We're blocked, so we can't do commands.
Yeah, you
Nah,
can, you can.
Now you got pumped for that.
Oh, yo, I spawned in spawn? What?
Yes!
Yeah, I'm in
For
spawn.
free.
Great, what's
Oh,
spawn?
suicide puts you in spawn.
Does
That's
it?
not a bug.
Oh god, that's yeah. I mean, it is a bug, and I probably will just get rid of /suicide. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll-
yeah. No, I'll remove
Can
that
somebody
from the
boost me
perms
up
in
this
a
tree?
minute.
Is
Yeah,
that
but I'll
possible?
go and remove that from the perms in a minute.
Yeah, do that actually. Yeah, if you can do that for me, that's kind of nice.
Wait, well, there's
Wait,
currently 3 zombies in spawn.
Spawn glitching. Oh,
Wait, does that mean that
heresy.
if you were in the grace
Wait.
period, then you could just
Jump
go
off the
into
map,
spawn?
Hugh. Just go, everyone who's in spawn, go jump off the map.
I'll jump
No, I'll
off your
just drown
mum.
myself. I'm a classical person.
I don't have any arrows. Ah.
I have 2.
Noob.
I have
Yeah.
6.
See, do you know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
I
really like
stand with
doing?
my
Is
arrows
I
away.
like to glide and then shoot people while like hovering
I
around
like
the
that
air and
Rowan
then
has
going back
just
on the mountain. It's
like
quite
Rowan's
fun.
the only
Nice.
zombie. Oh, there we
It's
go.
quite
everyone's back
enjoyable
now.
to do
Okay.
that.
You actually have it? Oh, no, there, okay,
Yo,
cool.
Come on, sir!
yo,
Well, I'm sorry.
Maggie. Oh.
Oh, he's running away, pussy bitch.
Wow.
Oh, I need to get up. I need to get up.
Seb, I'll help
Everybody
you out, I'll help
look.
you out. I'll back you up,
I
I'll
am
back you up.
doing the meme.
I love
did
doing that.
the meme.
It's just like,
Oh.
oh, it's Lee. Oh no, I didn't know Lee was up there.
No. Evil.
No
Oh my
rhymes with P,
goodness.
just so you know.
No.
Oh,
Yo,
you
Sam's just
Wait.
flying.
I'm gliding. It's alright. It's not that
Oh,
bad.
what?
Yeah. Gliding's really
Oh,
OP.
fuck's sake.
It's like that. Oh,
Am I damaging
Oh,
you?
no.
Because from my screen you're not.
Oh, no, the mistakes
Oh,
that
no,
you have
that's
made,
I'm gonna get you, Sam!
So,
Oh my god.
I'm coming.
Don't you dare. I'm going up the hill.
no.
You guys are
This
so
is how-
lucky having spider though. Do you understand?
Oh my god, Mike, right, okay. I keep like.
I'm just gonna keep doing this. Jeez.
running
Shoot,
through my-
shoot, 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 glide off, glide off.
Oh no, my glide didn't work. Oh shit. Why am I over here? Why am I on the fucking bridge? What?
Where
It's
the
so
rest of the
broken.
humans?
Wait, why am I'm infected. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you're
infected.
infected,
Oh,
you're
I died.
infected.
Oh, okay. That's alright.
No, who's left? Who's left?
Let me die.
Who's left?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, no.
I got it, I got it.
Nice one,
Why did I
nice
get
one, Benjamin.
infected so? Why can I still drop swords? I thought I got rid of that. Oh, fuck me.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not. Can I glide from this map anywhere?
Yeah, I have your sword, Ben, I have your
Oh
sword.
yes, mansion. Oh,
Damn it, you.
Yo, if you come over to me, I'm in the...
Where are you?
Oh, here I am. Okay, right.
And
know,
I'm
if you
coming.
can- if you- if
I'm
you
on my
want to
way.
then come and
First
try
time
and
I've
get
ever
it.
glided anywhere in
I have no idea
infection.
where you are. I'm just
This is a first.
Wherever.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared of you. You're gonna beat me up now.
No. Yeah. Oh
Oh,
no. Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
I
it's
have no way of getting up there. I've got
You know
no
what they
clue
call
how this
me in
map works.
Africa?
Oh yeah,
Keep
I was
two
on the
swords.
tree. That's how I did it. You'd have to like suicide basically to do that. Realistically, unless you wanted to like hack your way. I don't know how you do it. Oh, I'm in the best spot. Like this is an absolutely god tier.
Of course I get infected. I swear I've got infected every single time without fail.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, I
probably
just-
infected with AIDS.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the funniest thing I've ever said in my life.
It is pretty funny, to be honest.
What?
Oh no! It's Anne's getting to me. It's Anne getting to
Well,
me.
who's alive? Who's
He's
alive?
getting
I don't
close.
think I am.
He's on the
I'm
tree.
trying. I am trying my hardest. It's not. It's
Little
not going
spiders work. If you can find like one block things.
Yeah, no, I am. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a
This
2
situation
block up.
looks like a really
I would say climb on a tree and just glide to me
Where
personally.
does my sprint
I can't
cancel?
get any
What
trees.
the fuck?
Oh, hold on a second, actually.
Look, how'd you
Sure,
go?
there's a way. Surely.
Some hardcore parkour.
There's a chance.
Gosh,
Yeah,
what
no,
am I
you
doing?
can. Yeah, you probably can actually.
You're
not
just
that I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
let you
yourself.
do it, but.
No!
Oh
Yes.
no, I boosted you up. Oh
You
no.
did do that.
Look up.
I can't see if you're behind the wall, the
Fell
glees or
again.
not, because I've got the wall hack thing, so I can see where you are, even if you're not like.
I can throw an arrow at you.
Oh crap! I accidentally just fell
I
down
can't
here.
really damage it from range.
Can I? Is
Hey,
that a wall
we're in a
in the
predicament
way,
now,
or is that?
Wow.
Haha,
God.
predicament.
Oh
that
my
has the
God.
word dick in it.
How?
I'm not here, Nee.
But-
Go away.
In hell?
I knew.
Oh my God.
Of course
Ben.
you went there.
I'm a cry.
I accidentally fell
Do it.
off. That's my bad.
Yeah,
That is.
I
Shit
will.
me. Shit me.
I can't get you. Okay, now I can.
Oh,
Right,
I'm
yes.
dead. Alright,
Yes,
N
mission
got me.
accomplished.
N
Wait,
got
is Josh in the
me.
room?
Yeah, he is.
Nah, there's someone in.
No,
the...
he's definitely not in there. Absolutely
That's
not.
the
No,
one-
he's in the room. He's in the
Absolutely
room.
no way. Would he? Oh, he's
Oh,
not.
wait, he's behind.
He's
Oh,
not.
he's
He's
behind.
behind there.
Do I just need to kill
Yeah,
myself?
he's over here.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, just kill yourself. Although there's that armor bug, so
If I was you, I'd kill myself.
right, I can easily get around here.
Oh, it just
like,
respawned
gliding
here.
over.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyone listen to my hint?
What was that?
Oh,
Oh, hey, it's Lee.
Oh my God.
Where is Lee?
Oh no, he's
Lee
must
runs
have.
with P.
He must have like found some
Yeah,
like
he's on
exotic
the-
glide or something, because I don't think he's here, is he?
I don't know if you noticed this, guys, but Lee rhymes with P.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you noticed, but you rhymes with K.
Ben rhymes with Ben. Ben rhymes with
No.
Pen.
She rhymes with poo, so I don't know what
Wow.
you're talking
Josh
about.
rhymes with
He's
Togs.
gonky there.
Ah.
We should be studying human poetry. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
She was,
Yeah,
Oh.
they call me Shakespeare for a reason. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
Why
It was
does it
Seb.
say it was me?
Seb, this is like murder mystery. It's like Seb the whole time.
Do I keep winning for no reason? Is that
Wait,
is that
hold
No,
on,
what-
I
I-
killed Seb.
I've
What
won,
do you
Seb.
mean?
What are you talking about?
Well, no, it just said I was the last standing on the thing.
Oh, well, I killed you.
Yeah, and you killed me
If
when I
was
was a
you, I'd kill
human.
myself.
Wait, didn't Lee last die?
No, Seb, it did that because Lee jumped off the edge, so it thought it was Seb.
My
Oh,
I meant to
okay.
put, I watched my grandpa.
That's
say
actually
penis and
nice
I
to hear,
accidentally
'cause-
pressed enter.
Then I know what the
It's
bug
good.
is, and it's the same one as before. It's just one bug, so
I spidered on top of the building and jumped to the tree and
You can
spidered.
actually do that using parkour. Like you don't have to spider that if you, only if you're a noob. Oh, this is
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Now.
No!
I'm gonna actually go up here because
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
using
this
Leech Play.
spot.
I'm gonna see
How
how
can
it
I get
goes.
away from this map? Where's the way to get
Oh,
away from this?
I mean, you could possibly try and get to, you know, the
Yeah, but that
the
huge
highway.
map just kicked me. It
It
just,
might
like,
not this
teleported
time. It might not this time. I was getting problems, and then things got better later. I feel.
Alright,
I mean,
will
try it.
make an
Just give
attempt.
it a go.
Attempt to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload because I fucking fucked up my client by using a Leech 1.8 server.
Oh,
my
it does
client
that
is
to you, doesn't it? Oh, for God's
Yeah, it's
sake.
because my client is like it has something that lets you join older version servers, but it has like the new textures.
Oh
and stuff.
my God,
It's
this
so
is
big.
horrible. This is actually infuriating because my brother can just like, oh my God,
What,
like.
because I can do it well?
Oh no!
No, because
Oh,
your
no.
hacks let you jump that fast. Like, don't they?
No, I'm not using hacks.
Oh, okay, that would be mine then. That would be mine then. Never mind.
Josh's hacks are better than mine.
Oh my
Just
God.
not using hacks though. It's fine.
Sit look above me, bro.
Oh, yeah, oh no, oh, wait, oh, you were live, Lee, thank God.
Why
I
is
was
my-
going to say.
Okay, yeah, I gone.
Right, I know
Nice.
who's coming for me
Hold
next.
on, hold. Oh my God.
It's really scary to see people through walls because it looks like they're already here, but they're not.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean it looks like Sam?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I know where he is. I can see
Oh, I
him. on the
found
ESP.
him, I found him, I'm getting him.
Oh, my movement
job
is
done.
so glitchy right now.
How do I
Who's
get
the last
to him?
person? Ben, where are you? I haven't seen you either.
oh no,
How do
I
I
was
get
expected to begin with.
How do I
What?
get to him? He's
I
up
saw
there.
it.
Where?
He's up, he's like, I can't actually see where he is. It's like really...
Oh, I know. I've got
He's
it.
like,
I've got it.
oh, he's under there, but how do you get there?
Oh, by being a smart gamer. That guy Jeff sure is a smelly poo, isn't it?
No, he's told everyone of my illegal
That's stated.
You know, no one knew it was you until you said that.
criticism of the government.
And I do have social spy on.
That was the point. That was why.
Right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to glide to
I get
Nether,
it.
but the way I'll do that is I'll go up the tower. Right, let's see if I can do that. Oh my God, the way you just sped up the stairs end, Jesus. Wait, did that work? Oh, it didn't work. I was going to say, if it did, then fucking hell. Oh dear.
They don't know I'm here.
Right, okay.
Chill out, Seb. Jeez.
No, I've got to play this proper.
preemptively in case I'm a zombie.
I'm a god. Right, I'm up here.
Happy
Oh god, there's
Sorry,
no way
buddy.
out. Oh no, Lee's coming up. Right.
No,
No,
we're still here, we should if it comes up.
no.
Bruh.
I see you,
I
J2O
got him. I
drinker.
got him. I got him. Right, how do I'm gonna face.
Mini room. come up
I
in
need
the
to
room and help
phase.
with
I
me.
need to phase through the wall. That's what I need to do. Right. How do I get up?
I see you, End.
No,
How do I phase through the wall? Right.
don't worry, Seth. I've got the ultimate disguise. No one will see me in here.
Poggers? What's that?
It's my favorite disguise.
What, Poggers?
Alright, I've done it.
Yeah,
I've gone
okay.
through.
Nice.
Oh, this is such an amazing spot. Look at me. Look where I am.
Seb, I think my spot's a bit
so
better.
We need to
I
watch
mean,
them, we need to watch them.
Seb, can you
Yeah.
see where I'm hiding? No
Yeah,
one will
you
see
might
me
want
here.
to. You might want to.
Yeah, no one with ESP will
deal
see
with
you
that
in here.
first.
Shit, I walked down.
Oh yes, look at this.
Run!
Oh
Oh
no! Why can you punch me
Oh
through
my
the wall?
He's gone down, he's gone down.
Right, I'm
he's
here
gone
now. I'm not going.
I got kicked for some
damn it.
Oh my god! Why can you all hit me through
I
walls?
can't
Jesus
rejoin. I
Christ.
get kicked whenever I
Finally
rejoin.
got a kit.
It's probably just
go
like.
into, go into a
Oh, you're back now,
single
End's
player and
back.
turn off your hacks.
That was
Yeah.
solid. Oh, now all the skins are gone.
What?
Quickly and leave. I need a
why.
pay.
Alright, go
Yeah,
on.
same. I'm gonna go get it.
Packet of what? Packet of
Oh,
weed.
like, are we all just like having a preset pee time? Are we just like or like a
Oh yes, you have a piss break.
yeah? As we'll have a piss break.
Alright, back in 5.
Stationed piss break, or whatever. I'm thinking of another word, but I can't think of the one I want.
State sanctioned.
Maybe I'll just take a pee and then like I don't know. Yeah, state mandated pee session or like yeah.
The game's starting, by the way. Everyone's gone.
yeah.
Oh, what? We keep getting confused. It's not like a selection of only like 4
Yeah,
maps.
yeah.
It's like, it's like half of the maps are just not being played.
I heard this description of you British people today, and it's tea-sucking sons of bitches, and I love.
Right, where am I gonna go? Alright, firstly, I need to get to the highest like thingy so that Ken can't like
One of them's gonna be
get me, and I'll just like hop from one place to
Go
the other,
on,
like
no.
gliding. Yeah.
I just want to get
Yeah.
free.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. I'm infected anyway. Come here.
Henry.
Oh, no.
Why haven't I got my click aura on? Come on. Why haven't I got that?
I'm stuck in a
Oh,
wall.
I do. I do
Is
have
it
it on.
you?
He's done that.
You just wouldn't take damage.
Actually,
I
might
am
kill
stuck
her
in a
if I use
wall.
it.
Oh, I see that end. Really bastard.
Oh,
Very
I'm
much
actually a
stuck
bot.
in a
I'm
wall.
genuinely a bot.
Yeah, we're
I
aware.
believe you.
Oh no, just talking
Oh,
about
you-
advertising and stuff. But yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. It's fine to do.
Corporal.
Yeah.
I am
Oh, I'm
going
in a
to
fucking cobweb.
work on
Oh.
my project.
Fair enough, my dude.
Is that your woodwork?
I am
Fine
not
was
going to
working in
leave the
water a
call, I'm just
second
gonna
ago.
mute myself.
Or like last time we played this map, and now it's not. That's weird.
Why do I always get infected every time I play this map? Seriously.
Yeah, same actually. God, Seb, I just saw you
God.
group up on them.
Oh. Yeah.
I'll jump on Rowan.
Yeah, I see you there, Ben.
Oh, you're in the fucking. Oh, great.
Behind you, mate.
Nave, you can't get away. Oh, Nave. What are you doing down here? What are you doing
Hey,
down
Jason.
here?
I was
drinker.
just like trying to
Hello.
find a better hiding
Allow
spot.
it.
Oh wait, I have this thing called Jesus. It allows me to walk
Yeah.
on
I
water.
also have one.
Yeah, so do I. This is amazing.
For God's sake.
Oh, Ends
Oh.
on
Getting
fucking
killed
island.
with running
No,
water
he's not.
attacking
What do you
me.
I
mean?
can't actually go into the
And there's
water.
never
It's a
been a
What happens if I
wall.
do Jesus on
Why
her?
does it say there's only 3 infected when I can see everyone infected?
Oh, it takes a while to upload. To reload. It's on 7 now. Yeah. It says 7 for me now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No!
I saw that.
Did you see that on your ESP?
Yeah.
Find just dolphin up there, boys.
I can't walk. I can't
Dolphin,
move.
more like
I'm
gay
begging
fin,
you,
am I right?
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
goodbye,
for God's sake.
retard.
I'm out.
What
Goodbye.
a cloud god.
Ah,
Kelly was the mission, but now I'm leaving.
I'm literally like lagging out. My client's
Oh
fucked
my
me over.
God.
Oh, I died. Oh, brilliant. My
Goodbye,
Jesus
retard.
killed me. I was gonna land in the
My
water.
Jesus just lagged out and just stopped making like just
I'm
ruined
a
my
Jesus.
game.
I would have
then.
survived that, but
No,
Jesus didn't like it.
No,
Be honest,
neither
I'm
did
a
my.
Jesus.
No, same deal. Like, yeah, I would have
You're
got
the
you though.
furthest
That's the
thing
thing.
from
Mine
Jesus.
broke.
I'm Jesus.
Okay,
I'd like you to prove me wrong.
You know the funny in the house.
Oh yeah, they got rid of it. No, Seb got rid of it. It's really
No, it's
sad.
still there.
What
Oh,
did I
really?
do?
Oh, it's because I have a hack on that reduces lag by removing arm stands and shit. Right, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that it's still there. It's really funny. It's really funny.
It's the funniest
It's
shit.
really
You're talking about
funny.
different funny. That'd be sad.
Let me guess, it's really not funny, is it?
No, it's really funny.
Oh, well in that case, maybe it's... I don't know, maybe I'll laugh. That'd be really funny.
Not funny. Didn't laugh. It's quite annoying that this doesn't have
Oh,
the
he's up there!
That's right.
Wait, oh, I see him. Okay.
Without, like, end. Get up there. Get up there, Bio! Don't be end! Above you! Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, I'm trying.
You're looking
You
at
think
me!
I'm not trying?
You're looking at me! I was like...
Yeah, no, it's my aura. I wasn't actually looking at you.
Oh, okay. I was confused as fuck. I was like...
Come here. I can't hear you.
Sorry, what? Okay.
Wait. Oh,
Message
wait. I have a
preferred. I
bow.
may or may not
I
have
meant to
done
have a bow.
last message.
Oh my god!
Just.
It's my
No, I
favorite
think
map.
if you do slash Bobby Schmart, wait,
I've
does
never
it do
played this
anything?
map. I've played it in Siege though, so I think I know how it works.
If you went a whole
Oh, is it?
Oh, you think you know how it works, do you?
Oh my god.
Everyone.
Everyone goes to the same thing. Oh, I'm falling off because I have stupid axe
I
messing me
can't
up.
abseil. Alright, I'm defending this room.
He's
You're doing a
defending
really
you.
hard jump.
Good defense.
Wait, is there a spot that you guys are going to that I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
glide or
about?
something.
Oh, this is the spot that I
Oh.
play as a pulse. Alright, I'm in my pulse spot. I don't care if I'm infected. I'm playing my pulse spot.
Ah! I
I
can't.
just one trick
I
pulse
actually
on
didn't
pulse
get you.
and never play
How did
anything
that
else.
happen?
You
I'm not sure what
realize
exactly my
Oh!
How
How did I mess that up?
Oh, you fell off. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Guys, don't worry, just pick Havana. You will. You will
Oh,
the banana,
hello
have a
there.
banana. Hello, Uchi.
I almost killed.
Uchi
my
too runs
God,
his
I
roof.
messed up.
I'm dead. Thanks
Oh,
to Sebastian
wait, is Ben still
Oh, I just
alive?
yeah.
How
I
did
opened
you
trap doors
manage
below him.
that?
I opened trap doors below him and he fell through.
Yeah, no, I didn't open them. I thought they were open all the time. I just
No,
came because I'm really
they were
smart.
closed and you were running over them and I opened them.
No, you didn't. They were always open. I just walked into
No,
them.
they weren't.
Yeah, they were. I literally, they were always open. I just
They
walked
weren't.
into them.
Because I had to open them because I was
Do you
gonna
have to
through
go?
them.
Nah,
I
they
imagine
were,
no,
they
no,
were
Nagi
open when I
had to
got
leave.
there. It's just
Yeah.
that I walked like.
When I
I might just try playing without aura this time and see if it works better because my aura is really glitchy to the point where it's kind of better to not use it.
But moment, I have a good aura. Not as good as the one on Remix. I might switch.
I mean, mine's good when it works, but for some reason the server's anti-cheat
Never
just
played on
breaks
this
it.
map.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Oh, someone's just gliding off.
I'm
Yeah.
No, they're not. I would
I don't
never.
know how
No
you
one
normally
expected
get
that.
there, but I'm going that way, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, this map hasn't existed since last playtest, but it doesn't feel
Oh,
new
everyone's going.
because
Okay.
we haven't done like a huge playtest in like a month.
Oh shit.
Oh, of course I'm infected. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, I'm just
Penis
on another
infection.
map.
Penis infection. Oh well, of course. I think the first person I'm gonna have to go and kill is the name begins with B.
Go away, you.
Guys,
Nah.
has someone like glided like elsewhere though?
Yes,
I don't know if
I have.
that's possible from here.
It's
dude.
probably right. Where on earth would he be? There's like so many maps you could have gone to.
Oh, never. I reckon it's. Oh no, it's Paradise. Paradise. It's definitely Paradise.
Yeah, it's
Paradise.
definitely Paradise.
Right, I'm gonna try another map since you did
Alright,
that
then
one.
I'm gonna go AFK for a while because I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I think I have a
Fair
feeling this
enough,
spot's
then.
kind of unbeatable because I've got a thing going on.
I'm gonna do
multi-
/near, which I'm obviously allowed to use, you know, not abusing admin perms or anything. And end hog is not even on my /near radar.
Ah.
Oh wow.
I'm in an interesting position to say the least.
I died.
Ah.
Except-
That sounds.
Yeah, he's on
very-
highway. He's on highway, but where? I have no idea.
How do I get to
Alright, I'll be
highway?
back in 3 minutes.
No problem, Ben.
You have to glide there.
Yeah, I did.
Because you can glide there from here. Because you can get there from Yeah. There's highway.
Oh, is
Are
he
you
on
on
top
the-
of the barrier blocks?
Yeah.
I can't see him on the top. Oh, he's right over there. Oh, you weren't loading in for me.
Have fun.
Hello.
What's happening? I literally can't move.
I
I
can't
can't
hit
even
you.
move. Help.
I literally
I can't
can't
move.
hit you.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Hang on a
I
minute.
can't move. Help.
I
Don't
can't.
fly.
Okay,
What?
okay, Great.
It actually ended.
I'm just gonna keep my click aura to be quite honest. Just leave it at that. Ah.
Yeah, aura.
Keep the range up.
That
Maybe turn down the speed a tad.
was-
Don't need it every tick. Oh, I see. We're on this map.
Yeah, the buildings on this map are really something, wouldn't you
Just
agree?
reminds me of when
Oh, no,
we did
they are.
that game with Vault Zoo, to be honest.
Oh, for God's sake. I forgot to turn off
Sad.
Jesus.
You cheeky
Right.
bastard.
Oh,
Andy's following.
oh no.
I'm
Why did I
going.
suddenly lose all my stuff? Am I infected? Yeah, I am.
no.
Oh,
I was an alpha.
Weird.
Or something. For some
Yeah,
yeah,
reason.
you were added to an alpha.
It doesn't even say I was.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything. I can't see any text or anything telling me
No,
what's
it
happening.
did say it.
Things just happen.
It's there.
Yeah, come and get me. Come and get
Right,
me.
how?
Come and get me.
Hold on, if I could actually enable my... Yeah, here. Wait, it's just not working. I
Right,
just
punch
can't
you,
move.
Joshy. Punch you.
Great, I can't move.
You alright?
This game does not work. I swear to God, I can't move like 99% of the
What
time. I don't know
is
what
going
you've
on?
done.
I didn't get
Yeah.
to
Fine a second ago, but I can't move.
Oh my god.
How are you,
Where?
wait, how are you hitting me facing a
can't
different direction?
Oh,
Sure.
kill Laura.
Where did you collide to?
I flew to hijacked.
Oh,
fine.
oh yeah, of course you
Okay, well,
did.
I'm
I
going
forgot. Right, I'm going on. I'm taking off my Jesus. I'm off. I'm coming for you, Lee.
Yeah,
And drop in the water. Drop in the water. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I'm definitely on hijack now. Because the fucking remix is broken.
Right, let's go.
Wait, is there Glide on remix? Did you find Glide on it?
You just have
How are you
flight
so
and
fast?
Wait, fly around, Lee? No, I'm not doing anything. I just want to see this.
Okay, bye.
It's not letting you do it now.
Doesn't know me now, but
Oh my god. Well, that's okay. As long as it's like not often happening.
let me start moving. There we go.
Okay, right. If I try to use Jesus, the game just insta-kills me.
Oh, that's gliding, isn't it?
I'm gonna go to get something to eat over into the
Yeah,
shop.
you can't go up and stuff. That's reasonable. Yeah, no problem with you. All right, I'm gonna actually end the video there. I think. I'll probably just kill Lee off here because
You're kidding me.
probably
Fucking rude.
should
That's
because
fucking rude. That's fucking rude.
I'm not very nice. I'm a
You're
very
not kidding me,
nasty
cunt.
person.
You're not kidding me, cunt.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, for God's sake.
Go on,
4
cunt.
seconds. Do it.
No.
1 second. Oh, I just got you. Just did it.
I won the game.
You did. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed all of that gameplay footage there. And yeah, as I said at the beginning of this video, any bugs that you saw, they are not there now. At least I hope. We have patched them. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about basically what the future of this channel is now since Infection's back. And the future of the server as well. And what's going to happen. So, firstly, when it comes to the actual server itself, it is just an Infection server at this point in time, but I would like to expand it. And in terms of how I'm going to do that, what I would like is to kind of do... I'm not really trying to emulate Mind Time. I don't really want to do that. We might do some things like, you know, we might have some fillers in that we could just quickly put together, like, you know, get PvP with hacking and whatever. And the problem is, though, is that I don't really know how that needs to work. I wasn't someone that played it much. I don't know what people want and what's considered reasonable in terms of how much hacking you can do and whether admins, like old Mindtime admins, is in the rank, not the actual like stuff, you know, the fact they could fly. I don't know how that will work for a PvP server. I don't know what people think about that. I just didn't play. I just don't know. I just know how Infection's supposed to work, and you know, I spent 90% of my time on Infection, not really on PvP. I played it a bit, but and actually I think it was the first thing I ever played before I really bothered with Infection. But you know, but we are going to be, after this, if we turn this server into a network, if we expand into a network, I want the first game we actually have to be basically factions. However, there's a specific reason I want it to be factions. And the reason is, not because I played it much back on Mindtime, but because I have a idea in terms of how that's going to work, in terms of how we're going to actually create a faction server that's going to be better than, hopefully better than any faction server you've ever played on. And I could go on and on about how I'm going to try and do that. Because I have so many criticisms of actual factions, and actually just MMOs in general, to be honest. I don't like MMOs. I think they are a great idea, but they're always so badly executed because they are so cumbersome to play and various things. I'm not really an MMO person in terms of what they actually are like now, like when you play them. I have a sort of way of doing it that I think if I write the whole Factions plugin again, I'm going to do something interesting. And I'm not going to talk about that right now because it is by no means even, we haven't hardly started. I've just been in the planning phase of trying to think about how to do it. And it will take quite a while. It is actually a game idea that I have that I think could be really good. My issue really, my main issue with Factions is the fact that it is extremely broken, the plugin is underdeveloped, it is economically, in terms of the in-game sort of stuff, it's very sort of grindy, very much just like do this one thing, and it just polarizes the economy and then, right? Like, and there are, in my opinion, ways to fix that, and I have thought about it a long time, years. So, I'm going to apply that to Factions and just go, let's try it again, but differently. And I have ideas in terms of how to do that. So that's something I want to work on, and that probably will happen. I guess I'm really, really hoping it will, but it will be a long time before that's actually a thing. So now I'm gonna get on to the last part of this video, which is what's my channel going to be doing. Because I haven't really uploaded consistently for a long time, and the reason is because none of you really watch my videos unless they're infection videos, from what I can see. At least that's how it was. Maybe this video has like 2 views and no one's watched it because they've already given up and they just don't watch me anymore. I don't know. But hopefully that won't happen. Now, I'm going to make more infection videos. I'm going to do a series, hopefully. And I don't know how long it'll be. I probably will like get out quite a lot more than last time. I only did like 30 episodes. I'm probably just going to keep making videos on it. I don't know. We'll see what I do. I don't know. It was it's been such a long time, but I am going to start uploading again. And I've also had another idea, which was to go back and re-watch all my old videos and see if I can do maybe like reaction videos to them. And there's a reason for that. And it's because you might be thinking it's just a gameplay video. Why would you want to react to it? But I was so young back then, and honestly, there are some really like, you know, just things that I did in those videos where it's just like facepalm, right? Like, and you know, if that gets a reaction out of me, I'd love to actually upload that, because I'm not the sort of person that wants to hide how I was when I was a kid. If I was being silly, if I was just being young and naive and dumb or whatever, that's fine. I'll happily just laugh at that and make that completely public and just show everybody. That's quite funny. So I might be doing that. I'm really hoping I will. For that, I'll have a face cam on or something if I do it. I genuinely just can't be bothered to use a face cam right now because I just don't care enough. But I could have literally turned it on. It wouldn't have been very difficult. I think I could have done it. But yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Now to do that, I actually have to go and republish those videos, and the reason for that isn't because, again, like I just said, it's not like I care about them being on the internet because of it being cringy or something. The reason that they're not on there is because I have actually been going through all of them as we speak here. You know, as I'm recording this video, I've been going through all of them, just checking, watching every single one to make sure that the ones I upload are the ones, or not upload, set back from unlisted to public, are the ones where I'm not like doxing all my Skype contacts or my school that I used to go to and things like that, which were in the original, because I was young and I was just I was totally aware that half of that was in it. I just was so like, nah, can't bother. Just didn't understand. I didn't feel the effects that could have. It never really did have any, really, I don't think. But you know, I wasn't thinking things through. I wasn't bothering. Because I was really young, you know, and that's just kind of how it was. I wasn't technically ready to have been able to be doing that properly, you know. And you might be thinking, well, okay, it's just like Skype contacts on the screen, right? Because I've brought the window up. But it's not like Discord or something now, where everyone has like their joke names or their nicknames or their internet names. Back then, you know, everyone was, all my friends and stuff were kind of new to the internet. They weren't really, you know, they weren't like in that internet culture yet necessarily. And also a lot of people on Skype, because it's so closed down, it's not really like, it was not just a social site for gaming. It was all like social networking ability, gaming thingy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like just a way for gamers to talk to each other. It was just a really sort of closed down sort of. I have my account. I talk to people, and it's almost like kind of like email, but like instant messaging, and that's kind of the problem. And I meant everyone had their whole full names on there, and I just doxed the shit out of them, right? And it is so appalling for me to go through these videos now and just watch them, and like half of them are literally like that. I just get spam called by someone, and I don't cut it in the video because I either just didn't have. I did have the software. That's the thing. I just didn't do it because I couldn't be bothered. Didn't understand the effects of it from a very holistic point of view. And so half those videos are just me getting annoyed, going, oh, right, come on, bring Skype up right in front of the recorder, and type to them, tell them to piss off, and then bring it away, and then carry on like nothing happened. And it's just like... Now, I think there's a YouTube editor now, so I might be able to just go and edit those ones, but I haven't really had the time to do that. I've been working flat out on this server. Honestly, it's been eating my time. And in the UK, lockdowns last a lot longer than the United States, and has had it going on for, and I've just been sat at home. My exams have been cancelled, and quite simply I have just been doing this for months non-stop, working on the plugin, working on the server in any way possible. It's just been something we've all been doing. Everyone has been so helpful, actually. We've been really getting it done. It's given me something to do. It's been brilliant, and everyone that's been working on it's really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. It's a big project, and we've actually done it. Like, I've tried to have servers before, never really worked out very well, and we've actually done it. And I'm really happy. So, yeah, if you guys want to play, just go to the description, like I said at the beginning of this video, and play. The IP is in the description. You come on, you'll see me around. I'll obviously be playing because I love this game. That is why I made this. This is a passion project. That is what this is, and yeah, I hope to see you on here, guys. I'm genuinely thrilled. I really am, because I've been waiting to play this game for years. I just sit here and I just moan about it all the time to people in real life. I tell them how it all fell apart and how much I want to play Infection again. I just go on about this to anyone that will listen, and it just goes on and on. I could write essays about it, right? So I really love this game as much as hopefully everyone that's playing it with us. I was the community. I'm not just going to be your sort of server owner that sits there and just kind of, comes on for 5 minutes and then disappears. Because quite simply, at least if that did happen, I wouldn't want that to be the case because I love the game. I want to play it with all of you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.